Hello Lagos, hello Nigeria, hello Africa. Welcome. Welcome to Memorable Moments with Yinka. And the city of Lagos, Nigeria, one of the best countries in the world. I say welcome. I'm Yinka Shabi, and I'll be here with you and my special guest. Our special guest on the program today is one of the finest and the most successful accountants in the whole of Africa, not only in Nigeria, in the whole of Africa. He started professional career in accounting as a little boy from the Treasury Department in Lagos Central in 1958. My very special guest is Alhaji Chief FATAI MABINUORI-DAWODU of the famous Dawodu family, Dawodu clan in Lagos Central from Olowooogboo. Meet my guests. Hello, sir.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to you. Let me congratulate you on your recently celebrated 90th birthday. If I may, it is the third non-Nigerian that I will meet in the course of my job and as a human being. If I may, as if posterity beckoned. He began working as a finance personnel in the Treasury Department in 1958 under F.B. Cardoso, famous F.B. Cardoso, the first African accountant general in Nigeria then. He is a successful businessman, an astute businessman at that, a successful industrialist. He sits atop MABINUORI-DAWODU Company Limited, then situated at Lagos State Small Scale Industrial Estate Maturi in Lagos. Research indicated that he actually wanted to read medicine. I wonder if he had read medicine. I don't know if that fame would have been this huge. Once again, I'd like to congratulate you on your 90th birthday, and I want to congratulate you on how far you've gone. We realize that you are even into politics. You were with Chief Abiola when he was really contesting under the SDP for the presidency as a presidential candidate, and you had seen so much. I'm coming to that part. Share with us your your youthful days, your heydays in Lagos Central. How was it?
I was born on the 6th of September 1935 into a fairly prosperous family. You know, my father himself was a good businessman, famous for his hardware materials that he was selling. And he died in 1948, 1968.
Oh, okay.
While I was just about 13 years old.
Wow.
I was in standard 4.
Okay. Were you the last born?
Yes, I was the last one.
Okay.
Yes. I was in standard 4 at Saudi Alako.
Okay.
At that time, when he was alive, is a strict disciplinarian. We are not allowed to miss. Once we come back from the school, we are locked in. You know, you read your books, you read it loudly to the hearing of the old man.
Not that you'll be sleeping and say you were reading.
So life was interesting but tough. But when he died, well, when he was alive, I was doing very well in my primary school career. Okay. I was usually in the 2nd position, you know, and he was very interested in my performance. And he has been telling me, even when I was young, that he would like me to do medicine or accountancy. He didn't want a lawyer.
Why?
I don't know. He was also, he either do medicine or, even at that age. But unfortunately, he died. And after his death, there was little control over me. I came out, mix with the boys, play about, but fortunately for me, those that I mixed with, the younger boys that I mixed with, we are all eager to do something. We were playing about.
Okay, who got eager to succeed?
We are eager to succeed.
Okay.
And between 1948 and 1952, things were very rough for me and my mother. My mother was never, it was the last wife.
It was the last wife?
It was the last wife.
Yes, you are the last one.
I was the last one. She was never allowed to trade or do any business.
Was she young at the time?
Very young. Very young. She was just about 39 when my father died.
Fast.
So it was a tough period because the advantage we had when the dad was there was no more.
Nobody, no family member came forth.
No, they will come, but they will never be able to do as much. But we weathered through the storm. And by 1952, the property was shared among all the children.
Siblings?
Yeah. And we were able to get a house with my sisters, 3 of us. So my sister stopped schooling, and they all the little that we can get from the rent of our house at Apongo, they spend it on me for my education, and we were relatively happy. And I got into CMS Grammar School in 1952. It was the little stipend that we were getting that we were able to spend for my education. And I left secondary school in 1957, after passing my school certificate examination. And immediately I left, I was able to secure a job. In December, we were able to secure a job in December 1957.
Okay.
As a third class clerk in the Ministry of Finance, Treasury Department.
And that was a big thing then?
It was. In that time, we just working. We didn't write an application.
You just working there, I can do this, sir?
Yes. We have just left CMS Grammar School. They will just be writing the names down. And that's how we were employed. And at that point in time,
yes, sir,
as I've said earlier, I met this expatriate who thought I'll be good in accountancy. I was preparing to do medicine, but he said I will be better off in accountancy. And not only saying it, he took it as a responsibility to get me enrolled at Yaba Technical College as an evening student to do bookkeeping, commerce, English. And I came out successfully, and that's how I decided to stay with accountancy. As I've said, in the early days, we've been playing together with some youth, in the
of like minds.
With like my Olowooogboo, and all of them, they are eager to pursue their education. But one or two of us were successful. The others that not successful, they got jobs and so on, but after the secondary school, many of us, like Ojomo, Sunday Ojomo, who later became the Solicitor General in federal government. We are both classmates and living in the same area. We have Mr. Keru, Sadiku Keru, who became a barrister, and some of them is Architect George. We are all in the same area, and we enter CMS Grammar School at the same time.
Okay.
You know, eventually we decided to pursue our education overseas. And the three of us went the same day.
Wow.
You know, we went to Britain on the same day in 1960. After working for about 2 years.
To Ghana money?
Yes, you know. That's how we got to Britain. I was sponsored by my own brother, Olori-Ebi. Is my brother, but not the same mother.
By another mother?
And by another mother, yes. He was the one that sponsored my education throughout in Britain. You know, and when I got to Britain, I went to Blackburn Technical College, that is in north of London, where I prepared myself for A-level subjects in order to gain entrance to university. I spent 1 year at Blackburn taking British Constitution, economics, and economic history. And I was successful within a year. I got admission to King's College, Durham University. We are also in the north of England, where I spent another 3 years graduating as an economist specializing in accountancy. I finished in 1964. When I finished, I want to be trained as an accountant.
Okay.
And I was fortunate again to get into Middlesbrough Borough Council.
Okay.
To be trained as a public accountant. That was in 1964. Fortunately, the treasurer then, you know, I think he was looking for some Commonwealth students to be trained so that they could go back to their country to start to help in improving their own country, because we have just got independence at that time. And this man was so eager that he should be able to train some people as a public accountant to go back to their country
to develop.
I was fortunate. He employed me, and I spent 2 years at Middlesbrough Borough Council, where I finished my professional course as a chartered public accountant in 1966. Immediately I finished, I returned home. But in between my stay in Britain, I met my wife. That's my first wife.
Okay.
I met my wife. We were both in the same university. I was senior to her by 1 year. So when I completed my course in 1964, she had 1 year more to complete her course. She did honors geography. And it was at that time, at the end of her finishing, that we got married. You know, we were lucky with time and everything went on well with us. We got married and we returned home immediately in 1966 because a letter had been written to me giving me appointment as to come and work with the city council in Lagos.
Okay.
So at that time, most of the Europeans, most of the expatriates are living
in Lagos.
You know, they are living Nigeria
to return to their country because we already had independence at the time.
Yes. So some of us that were finishing overseas at that time, we were being contacted And I was lucky to be one. They gave me a very good salary and so on and so forth. That's why I returned home immediately in 1966.
If you're just joining us, I say welcome. The program you're watching is Memorable Moments with Yinka. And my special guests on today's edition of the program is one to many. For you to catch up with a couple of the programs that we do, log on to Yinka Paramole's blog, see our programs. For you to appreciate and enjoy a whole lot of philanthropical gestures we, render, come on Radio Lagos 107.5 FM on Iriwolide or Yinka Paramole Alfawa, where Iriwolide Charity Foundation, as founded by Yinka Paramole Shabi, is always on. We start the program live on the radio. Back to now, my special guest is Alhaji Chief of the FATAI, Akoni MABINUORI-DAWODU, of the famous Dawodu family, a successful accountant. Born 1935, he did a whole lot to achieve success, even after losing his father at a very tender age. And then he finished school in 1964, and then he went in to read accountancy. From one point to another, he's doing Nigeria and he did Lagos proud. He finished and became chartered in 1966, and a couple of months or years after, returned home with a beautiful damsel's wife. Memorable moments with Yinka on Yinka Paramole's blog, and with an illustrious son of Lagos. Though he didn't occupy any political stool thus far, he didn't. Today, he's an elder statesman in Lagos, Nigeria, and is the chairman of APC Ward E, one of the elder statesmen in this locality. We are in Bariga local government right now. And if you desire to know, he was a secretary to the fundraising committee put together by our darling Hope. I'm sure you understand who was referred to as Hope in the days of old, talking about Chief MKO Mashood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola, the winner of that election, 1993 election.
Yes.
The winner of the 1993 election under the SDP. And he formed Hope 93. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Sir, I just want to via a little bit. Today, we have President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that believed so much in that dream. Are you pleased with his style of administration thus far?
Okay, yes. No doubt about that. So far, good. What many people have not been able to do,
yes, sir,
as far as the economy of this country is concerned, Bola has started it and is yielding results. When you see people like Iwela, see people like the governor of Anambra State, these are people that have, these are best economists.
That I had even seen it all.
And they have seen it all.
Yes.
Saying that they are backing him because the economy planning is fantastic. You see, they could not do what this man is doing now. And to do it, you have to be bold. And you must know that what you are doing is achievable. He has the confidence. But many of us, when he started, we did not have that confidence. We did not know that this man would be successful. But he's proving to everybody that this is the right course to take. And I pray for him that he will continue to be successful.
Okay. Daddy was talking about a risk taker. If you cannot take a risk, then you don't have any business in business. Politics is a business. I wonder why you didn't go into politics holistically. Why you just had to sit back, to advise in advisory capacity. Why didn't you go holistically?
I joined politics. I was doing politics, but I couldn't get higher than what my highest position in politics was with Abiola
Okay.
as the secretary of the fundraising committee. As I've said, that was the only committee he established under Swigina.
Yes.
Swigina is our chief executive officer.
Okay.
If the result had not been annulled,
yes,
then we will probably be somewhere. Probably I will have been
a minister,
of finance and so on. Abiola was a chartered accountant. We qualified at the same.
Yes.
And he went to university. I went to university.
Yes.
And he was very fond of me. But when it was terminated, what would we do? As our luck, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And we're talking about one of the greatest and biggest strategists in history, equally an accountant, talking about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. May he live long. May Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it possible for him to actualize that dream. You're watching Moments with Yinka, and my special guest in the program today is a Hadi Chief, Abdul FATAI Akoni MABINUORI-DAWODU. Is an accountant, as we heard, and he sits at top flourishing accounting firms. But before now, he had been an industrialist. He had done a lot of things. At the time, he was sitting atop MABINUORI-DAWODU Company Limited, a trading company, as an industrialist. That was then situated in Lagos State Small Scale Industrial Estate in Maturi Road, Lagos. What happened? Why did you halt it?
Well, there's so many things facing industrialists in Nigeria. We entered into it immediately. I retired from service.
Yes.
We entered into tire trading. Before we entered, we've done a lot of feasibility studies, and we knew that it would be profitable, so we went into it. But when we got there are so many problems. Number one, the power problem was there. And in these industries, if you don't get constant power, you will not be able to succeed. You cannot continue to be using generator and the petrol. It will be very, very expensive. I bought everything that was necessary, and we started. This power something was one of our problems. The other problem is that there was no linkage here. In Britain, in those countries that I went when I was doing my feasibility study, you see, the bigger tire companies like Michelin, like Dunlop, they are there to assist the retraders. If there's any problem, because you buy your materials from them, direct. If there's any problem, they are prepared to come to your aid, assist you technically, and even your sales, because you are buying most of the things from them, and they don't want you to close down. But there's that not linkage here in Nigeria. Dunlop is doing is he doesn't want to know what is happening to retraded farms and so on. So you have to be going to buy your materials overseas. And some of these materials, their lifespan is not more than about 3 months. So if you cannot use them within 3 months, all the materials will be spoiled.
The problem is collaboration. If there had been collaboration between your
the major ones and
yes.
And the government is not also willing to help. In overseas, the government is there for you. They don't allow all these used tires, dumping used tires from overseas to their country. In this case, in Nigeria, you get a lot of
tires dumped
into
used tires.
They go and collect them without paying anything, and they dump them into the country. And this affects us. We are retraders. Our purpose is to make old tires new by industrial process. that once you come with the dump users and the prices are lower than our own, where do we go?
They will patronize them much more.
Also, that these are the major problems that you face. Problem of dump tires, problem of lack of government intervention, and problem of power.
When we began, we're talking about the heydays. You know, your heydays in Lagos Island. It was so wonderful. It was beautiful. You are cohabiting. You are coexisting with your like minds. You know that at the time, your parents were high up there, and the family was highly respected till now.
Yeah.
Though, today the situation is frightening, heartbreaking, demoralizing. What would you say happened that made our situation to come to that level, sir?
Well, I wouldn't describe it so badly as you have put it.
It's frightening, sir. We are mothers.
Yes. To me, it's a process.
Okay.
It's a process. And we are passing through a process.
Right now?
Right now.
Okay, sir.
And, let us look at it in this way. While we were young, how many universities have you got in Nigeria? While we are young, how many secondary schools have you got? How many hospitals have you got? It is a fact that our governments, they are not planning adequately to cope with the future problems. They are not planning adequately for future, to meet future challenges.
For the explosion?
Yes, for these future challenges.
Okay.
Things are moving gradually, and each government tries to help, but it is not adequate enough. They must plan for the future.
Yes, sir.
There is population explosion.
Yes.
There is many people leaving school without job. They should have planned for all these things. Lack of electricity and so on. These are the problems, lack of future planning. That is the matter. Every country has its own challenges.
Yes.
It's not peculiar. Even these advanced countries that we are talking about.
Yes, sir.
If you go there today, there are people will still be complaining one thing or the other. So, but in our own case, lack of planning for the future and the attitude of some of our politicians, some of the people, you see the problem of corruption.
Yes.
Is also there, which people are seeing, and they are not happy about. Understandably, they are not happy about. But to me, governments are trying, but they should do better.
Okay.
They should do more.
Okay.
So, people, there are opportunities for a lot of Nigerians now. If they stay in this country and they can pacify a little, they will be successful. They will be successful. Going overseas, I know many of them are going overseas for the purpose because they don't have good job in Nigeria. But our government...
How about those that were indeed lawyers, bankers, sold off all they had and they migrated with the entire family?
Yeah, but I don't know. Even the situation is not as bad, and the situation is not as good over there.
Now.
For them, So I have some children overseas, and I have some children here
In Nigeria.
and I can compare. I'm telling them that those that stayed here, they are doing better. Than I have 3 of them overseas. One in United States, one in Canada, one in Britain. My last one here is by far doing better than any one of them. You just have to be patient.
Okay.
Once you have got your degree in Nigeria,
yes.
once you go into the university, in fact, you don't even need to go into university. If you go into technical colleges, acquire skill, and be doing it honestly, you will succeed.
You've heard him. He said, we need to persevere. He said, we need to just calm down a little bit. He said that we're too much in a hurry. Though, a lot of individuals that make the government are making a situation worse because of corruption. But I'm putting it to you mildly that everybody is corrupt in Nigeria. Everybody is, except we begin to be truthful to ourselves. Individually, then Nigeria will be much, much better than the UK that everybody is wanting to. The program is Memorable Moments with Yinka, and my special guest, Alhaji Chief of the FATAI Akone, MABINUORI-DAWODU. We realize the fact that that's coming together, that socializing, that friendliness, everything that you did in your heydays made you to return home to form and be part of a lot of social clubs here in Lagos. Here in Lagos, we learned that you played pivotal roles in creating Eco Club, Island Club, a lot of other clubs. Outside of that, you're also very, very committed to the religion, Islam, So probably we should start with your social life.
The first social club I joined is the Island Club, which I joined in 1969, But once I join a club, I will not just be a sit-home member. I will participate in the activities. I will participate in the decision-making. I will be known in the club. That's what happened.
Okay.
Both Island Club, Yoruba Tennis Club, and Ikoyi Club. I joined them. They have been in existence, But as I've said, I'm not a sitting home member of the club.
Okay.
Once I join, I'm actively involved in whatever they are doing. What with Eco Club is a little bit different.
Okay.
When we returned in the 60s, when we are coming back, the only place we can easily meet each other is to go to our former tailor's shop in Isa Williams Street at Olowooogboo.
Okay.
And that is where we will go. You see your shadow friends that we have been missing for the past, let's say, 7-8 years. You go there. And some of us were working in Lagos. At that time, working in Lagos on Saturdays was usually half a day. So by 2 p.m., you will leave the office. Offices closed, even big farms and so on. They all Saturday was half a day, working half a day. So because of the traffic, some of us will go to the tailor's shop, talk about reminiscence and drinks and so on. And that was what brought about Eco Club.
Okay.
Because after we are gathering ourselves together for some time, for about a year, we decided to form Eco Club.
And some indicated interest to join it.
Yes, forming Eco Club. And in the formation of Eco Club, I was the one who moved the motion for the inauguration, the official motion for the inauguration of Eco Club in June 1974. And I was the first financial secretary of the club. About 93 of us, we are even more than 93. But on that fateful day, we were 93.
Okay.
And when I was moving the motion, I was moving the motion on condition that some people who will come before the official inauguration in the city hall will be part and parcel of us. But as at the present moment, that that has not taken place. But the official, 93 were the official, members who formed the Eco Club.
On that day?
On that day.
On the 24th of June?
June 1974.
Okay.
And since then I have been participating actively. I was the first financial secretary, second vice president, first vice president, and president in 1981.
Wow.
I was president for 3 years, from 1981 to 1984.
Okay.
And at that time, I was able to do a lot. My predecessor, Akombi Damola, built the first clubhouse, the first modern clubhouse.
Okay.
Completed it.
Okay.
But by the time he was completing it, his time was going out.
Okay.
So he left without even administer everything in the newly completed. Okay. So I took over that one. I was the first president to have a modern clubhouse.
Okay.
So, empty house. And before I left, I turned into a place,
a vibrant
place for members and indigenes of Lagos State. And started construction of infrastructures like the sporting complex, like the secretariat, like the children's playing ground. And then I laid the real foundation,
Fibre Sports
crowd.
You returned to Nigeria in 1966 and began work immediately. Where were those places that you worked before you formed your own firm?
Yes, I went back to the Ministry of Finance in 1966.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
At that time, I met Ebi Kadusu. Okay. My former boss. Again? So he was delighted. He just gave me a seat immediately, and in fact, the official appointment was not done until after 3 months. So he gave me a seat and gave me a job, and I was working with him direct because I was in charge of the cash supply for the whole of the federation, which I have to see him every morning. We discussed about the payments to be made, about the revenues that came in, and how we are going to, to spend it. He will tell me that he will give me the directives, pay this ministry, pay this ministry, pay this ministry. Okay. And which I will go and do. Let's say I will report to him again. It was a nice time.
Experience.
And at that time, it was not so easy for young boys to take over from the Europeans. The difficulty there is that our own people, they were reluctant to accept us as their boss.
Because you were just returnees?
We are small.
Brilliant, we are educated.
We are educated. We are, and the older Nigerians that have been in the place, they are not so comfortable with us.
It's always like
whereas if the Europeans are there, even if they are younger than us, they will accept them.
Yes.
It was through the manipulation of the Ebi Kadusu that eased our job situation for us, it was the one that was calling them, these are now your boss, and you have to accept them. And even advising us as well to behave to them. That it was a critical moment of our life. But within a short period, we are able to overcome it. Yeah.
Okay. Your contribution to today's success in Lagos Central Mosque is so huge. It has your name written in gold there, that the Central Mosque story is not complete without you. And you came into that fold pretty young, you know, as a young individual that embraced Islam in such a manner. How? Why?
Look, we have been trained right down from home to be a practicing Muslim. Both my father and my maternal father. They brought us home. We know how to read the Quran and everything. So we have got that religious aspect in our life right down from the beginning. And I was into so many mosque, you know, organization here. Even before the Central Mosque, we were the people that beat the Bagada Central Mosque here.
This is Bagada here?
Yes, I was, as the present moment, I'm the chairman of the board of trustees.
Till now?
Yes, yes. The foundation and everything, I was part and parcel of it. In fact, it was the immediate past Baba Abu, the Baba Dini, that brought us there together. You know, and he appointed almost about 100 of us.
Really?
Yes, as chiefs while he was alive, as chiefs of the mosque.
What's your...
Ashuju Adini. Lagos Central Mosque. And he picked about 30 of us, 36 of us, to be the executive of the mosque before he died. You know, and we have been serving as executive members of the mosque about 4 or 5 years before he died. Even after that 15, when it comes to deciding, there are about 10 or 15 of us that are insiders that are deciding the critical problem of the mosque.
I just want to wrap up, but I would want to ask the most challenging moments in your life. You highlighted one. I don't know if that was one of your most challenging moments at the time when you were into tire trading. You know, that one. I don't know if it's one of the challenging moments. And then when you became one of the youngest accountants, you know, to work in that ministry under Baba Kadusu. And then I don't know if you have any challenging moments that even made you to want to switch religion. You know, at times you face difficult moments and it's like, am I in the right religion? Or how did you tackle those challenging moments?
When I left the university in Britain in 1964, looking for a job was not so easy. I got an advertisement by the treasurer, Durham County Council, looking for 16-year-old school certificate holders to come and be trained. I was hesitating. I said, at that time, I was a 28-year graduate. You know, I couldn't, you know, be considered. So I didn't want to apply. So my fiancée, who later became my wife, persuaded that let us try. Things can come out better. So on a urge that I applied. And immediately I got to the treasurer of the Durham County Council. He told me blankly that I was overqualified for this job, that he would not accept me. But he told me he has a friend who might be interested in employing me, and if I don't care, or if I didn't care, I should go to Middlesbrough and to ask for Mr. Woodham. That was the city treasurer of Municipal, and that's where I got my job. That's how. So to get a suitable job in Britain at that time is not so easy, you know. But you know, God made it easy for me. I got that one, and so everything, you know. Again, I didn't have many financial problems in Britain. My brother was there sending money regularly to me. Even when I asked him to stop, that I'm already a salaried man, he said no, he will continue to send money to me. So financially, I have no problem. And that was what helped me a lot to be able to finish my course. And in respect of religion,
yes, sir,
I have no hesitation at all to change, in spite of the fact that the MABINUORI family, which I'm now the Olori-Ebi,
wow,
the Papa MABINUORI himself was an Ifa worshipper.
Ifa worshipper.
He was an Ifa worshipper. In fact, he built the house for the purpose of worshiping Ifa. And all his Ifa something that in that house, you know, and I'm the Olori-Ebi.
I love every one of you. I appreciate you that you've been coming along with us since we began the program. And it's been an expose. We have been on a fantastic voyage, a journey with our darling daddy, an elder statesman, talking about Haji Chief of the FATAI, Akone, MABINUORI-DAWODU of the famous Dawodu family of Olowooogboo in Lagos Island, an astute businessman, a successful and respected politician, a hero in Lagos Island, and a fantastic family man, a dutiful husband, and I'm happy to be seated before him. Sir, recently you made a publication.
Yeah.
You wrote this, The Transparency and Integrity in Leadership, Memoirs of a Nigerian Public Servant, Abdul Fatai MABINUORI-DAWODU, MFR. What is it all about?
Well, it's about my journey in life for the past 90 years.
Okay.
You know, my childhood, the problems, I was able to solve them. My interest in the family. I'm Olori-Ebi of almost about 6 families in around Lagos and up to Kwara State. You know, how I'm able to navigate all the problems in the family and so on and so forth. My openness, my transparency in dealing with family affairs, my integrity in dealing with family affairs, they are all stated there. You know, my political journey, also the transparency involved, the integrity involved, in such a way that people like me all over want to give you this, want to give you that. And my journey as an accountant, you know, my social life, you know, all are stated. In fact, I propose in the book that as at the present moment, the federal government should stop the creation of more states. State creation is as a result of trying to satisfy the minorities. That is the major reason why states are being created. And we now, because they started with the Midwest, the one, then they went into 12 states, from 12 states to 19 states, from 19 states to 36 states. And every now and then, there is still this problem of the minority in the states. In my book, I suggested that at least state creation, there should be an embargo on it for the meantime. Let us create more local governments all over the country. Not just creating local governments, give them the fund and the power. You know, and I explained why local governments is important. creation of local government will reduce the problem of minorities, provided you give them what they need. And I look around, my experience in Middlesbrough, even my experience when I started work in local government in Nigeria, I was the first municipal treasurer for Mushi Town Council. That is in 1971. The state government, they wanted to start a foundation rating system in Mushi, and they employed over 100 people, you know, young boys, school certificate boys, people that have just completed their secondary school, to do the counting of houses and to state whether those houses are bungalow, first floor, second floor, or third floor. And after the exercise, they gave them about 4 months. After the exercise, about 130 people, they said they are going to lay them off. But because the state government will not have the money to pay them, they have asked them to do certain things, they have completed it, so they should go. Then I was the treasurer. I was posted there from the city council. I begged the district officer then, Papa Balogun, said, look, leave all these 130 people with me. They will do job that will be able to pay their salaries. I begged the man. The man was insisting that the state government will have no money to pay these people. I said, leave them to me. We will not come to the state government to beg for money. Eventually, he granted my request. It was after that that the council gave me, they said they gave me a street name. That's how you get here in 1972, MABINUORI-DAWODU Street. It was given to me by the Mushi Town Council.
This is news that it is not important for the federation, for the federal government to establish more states to satisfy some certain minority. It's saying rather more local government should be created. It's going to be revenue yielding for the people, and it's going to bring a whole lot more development to nooks and crannies of the locality. All of these you can find in Transparency and Integrity, Leadership Memoirs of a Nigerian Public Servant. How can anybody get this? Is it on sale? It's on sale. Okay. So how can we get it?
We will be advertising the localities that we are going to be selling this book.
Can you release a phone to us? The phone is going to be online.
Yeah.
And then anybody that desires to buy the book can get the book. Yeah. And I'm going to be talking about the book on my live radio show. I'll talk about it for a month every week.
Okay.
And then I'll show the book and I'll tell them a little bit that people need to know about the book. Whoever is interested to buy the book can then access that particular phone on your Facebook, call it, and then it will be delivered to you. Get a better life. Reading is creating better life for yourself. Reading and navigating success. Because if you read, you are navigating success. Transparency and Integrity in Leadership. Memoirs of a Nigerian Public Servant. The oldest man to write a book for now. He's a Nigerian and he has written this. I want to ask, this is one advice that you've given. Any other advice that you desire to an average youth, especially the male child?
My own attitude from the statistics I'm reading, I think there are more ladies than boys.
Okay, sir.
You know, and the upbringing and the careful checking right down from the parents that are necessary. You know, we have a lot of gadgets now. telephone, etc. You know, the parents must start looking very well at their children, even while they are going at the youth, because as you have said, a lot of things are going on now that we will not even had in our own time.
Yes, sir.
But because we are being monitored by our parents. Now the parents must do their job. They must make sure that their children are going to attending school, and they must be looking at their reports and their performances. They must not just leave them. There are a lot of gadgets that are influencing the performance of these children. So once they are able to get them at that level, and the associations that pay their children are keeping, this association must be monitored. You should not expose your children and so on. Now, government also must take a part, making sure that adequate education at the elementary level, secondary school level, and so on. As at the present moment, the religious should be taught in school. You know, they have so many religions. Teach them, you know, the religions they would like.
Traditional religion, Islamic religion, Buddhism, they should teach.
We should try. We should try as much as possible to give them religious in such a way that, you know, you can teach religion without even linking it into any particular one, moral, or we can call it moral studies. You know, yes. Moral studies. Teach them in school. And the teachers must also be watchful. And the problem of people, they should not discipline this. They may not cane them, but the teachers must be able to discipline any errant students,
yes,
and report them to the parents. There must be a link between the parents and the teachers and the principal of schools. All these things are important, you know, for the upbringing of our and government must continue to strive hard to create jobs. And to, you know, to make it possible for people who want to employ themselves, to give them the facilities for people to employ themselves.
Those that desire to be self-employed.
Exactly.
That are trained or artisans or whatever. And they just
These boys are very brilliant.
Yeah.
The young boys we have today, they are very brilliant.
Yes. Because they have all the opportunities.
Exactly.
The digital space is there
for them. What we need is to gear them into what is nice, what is good for them and what is nice for the country. You know, I think with that, we will be better off. No.
Well, that's it for today. It's been a journey around the world. It's not only in Nigeria. I had gone with Babawa to the UK. I had gone with him to everywhere. And it's been a fantastic voyage into his life of success. What he's been able to do, what he had achieved since his heydays, you know, to this present moment when he's 90 with this fantastic publication. Lagos hero, an illustrious son of Lagos, the son of the soil from the famous Dawodu family of Olowooogboo quarters. He has recorded tremendous achievements over the years in his line of business, which is accountancy, with indelible marks for generation yet unborn to see and learn from.